representing some stupid clock.
I think it's a really weak cover. All of those stones kind of don't make a good background.
No.
I mean, I'd prefer to use the this shot here, but apart from me, because that background's got a lot going on in it, but it's kind of one consistent. It's blue. It's quite a nice summer colour.
What do you want to do? Crop into it?
No, I want to use Phil's shot, I think. What time is it? Hello Ian, it's Rankin. I'm not sure what time it is. It's afternoon though. Oh, hold on. Half 12. You said you'd been at 9, but I don't think it makes a big deal. Most of the stuff's here, and the cover's come back and it looks like shit, so we need to get a couple of redesigns on it, and if you're on your way in, sorry about this call if you get back tonight, but if you're in bed, could you get up and give us a call? Speak to you later, bye.
Anyone who was bringing out a kind of magazine would call it the word, or the hit, or the street, or the scene, or, you know, whatever.
G-spot, or whatever.
The trip, or something. We just couldn't deal with those one-syllable titles. We had to have something with 3 syllables in it, or more.
Didn't you want to call it Ever Get the Feeling You're Being Cheated at first?
Yeah.
Yeah. He wanted to call it Ever Get the Feeling You're Being Cheated, but it didn't really work as a title, so...
It does confuse us, the same kind of imagery to it, yeah.
It was like, why am I reading this magazine? What am I doing?
Ever get the feeling you're stupid? Out of all of them, everyone we've asked, and if I went down to the newsagent and I showed it to the newsagent, they would all pick that one, which means that they obviously aren't good enough.
But it has to, like, if you, to attract...
No, the thing is, Andrew, what you're forgetting, what you're forgetting, right, is that we're giving you a choice.
I'm not really anti.
No, that's what I'm saying. We're giving you a choice, because we're giving you a choice and you're saying, do you like this one or this one?
No,
you're going...
I didn't like that one. Anyway, no, I'm not forgetting it's about a choice. I just thought that was... But I'm not the kind of, you know, that's just, you know, an opinion on it. The actual image is a lot more interesting than her standing there with her tits out and like this.
Well, let's just use the blue one. Why am I worrying about what other people think? Just use the girl. It looks good. You just change the cover line and everyone else. Everyone's going, oh, I like that cover, because everybody's got absolutely no taste and they just think that they like what everybody is supposed to like. Don't you think?
Yeah, right.
Everybody we've asked doesn't know anything about photography at all. It's all like basic. Oh, you know, what's supposed to look good, you know, that looks really good because it's black and white, and it's not pushing anything anywhere, whereas what we've done in the past has. That's taking the piss, isn't it? That's taking the piss. So why don't we just carry on with the line that we're going? Why is it all about image?
I think they're challenging. I think they're always pushing the boundaries. I think they don't necessarily take no for an answer. They like to sort of say, well, we really want to do this, and that's what we're going to do. And we'll find someone who will share that view, and then we'll do it, as opposed to giving up and trying to find a way of slotting in. And I think that's quite good, really, because they stand up for what they believe in, and then they go and do it.
Good. Well, no, so what are you doing for the fashion?
Got shooting. From a French photographer.
Oh, is it Joe? Is it Joe, the French photographer?
I've got some stuff in from him, but it's all
very yellow.
What, this?
That one, yeah.
The summer is very yellow. That's a nice shot.
Yeah, excellent.
That's a nice shot.
This is similar to the one that almost made it to the cover. In a way, you know, except that it's 2 women and not a guy and a girl.
Yeah, I'd probably be more likely to put that on the cover, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No.
2 women is a lot more interesting than a man one.
I'm not sure I'm into this idea of, like, suppressed anger, this kind of fake kind of thing. But I like these. I like that. That's like very. That's right.
They're just fashion shots, Jeff. They're not. There's no concept behind them.
It's about continually promoting what's happening, and also continually participating with what's going on a kind of cultural level with the underground scenes of this country and other countries as well. Inside Out.
Inside Out's a wicked idea.
Fashion is
Inside Out.
inside out.
Right, it's a denim wear story, still nice.
It's not what you are, it's what you wear.
It's not what you are, it's what you wear.
You are what you eat.
But it's clever and a little bit more interesting. And very texture and tactile.
Levi's.
Yes, with Levi's and Pepe and hardcore and am I getting paid for this?
No, you're not. I think the bigger it gets, the more radical we're going to get in terms of the creativity that goes into it, in terms of taking risks as well.
Yeah.
We can, we're getting this feeling already. The magazine, as it becomes more successful, that we can take more risks, and it's a weird. You'd expect the opposite to be true.
You can tell when people like start.
It makes me more pissed off the more successful it is. It makes me want to be more radical. It makes me want to, like, the more people that are buying it and the more like you see it, press writing about it and covering it, the more I just want to stick two fingers up.
The socks ideas, it's like a pastiche on Sex, Madonna's book Sex, but it's socks, S-O-X.
So what is it about? I mean, what do you mean, just like socks?
Yeah. I'm finding it hard to define this shoot to everybody. So it's kind of, you know, the sexual,
naked.
it's like sexual politics is like, you know, they're naked, apart from the socks.
But it's just going to be the girls, there's no interaction like in Madonna's book.
Yeah, there's loads of interaction.
Oh really? But if it's in a studio, then it's totally not a parody of Madonna, because Madonna's whole thing
No,
is
it's not a parody, it's a pastiche.
No? It's a pastiche, okay.
What do you think, Mick?
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it.
Look at fashion, Mick.
No, I don't know anything about fashion, Rankin. I mean, this is the funny thing, isn't it? Because, I mean, you know, that's just the way it works. You do it, and it goes in.
Detroit in 42. New York in 64. Lighting by 100 watts. The naked, black, white truth.
British porn. British porn.
Industry.
Okay, we're in the middle of Soho, so we should be able to get some contacts for, like, you know, doing a British porn article. I think it'd be really interesting to actually...
Have you thought about any angles or anything, or are you just working the idea up?
I'm just working the idea out.
Good.
We could make it really sleazy. I think it'd be really funny.
With porn, you see, then maybe you can, I don't know, maybe you can link it into that trash thing with Russ Meyer.
I think we should really do something on Russ Meyer.
Yeah.
Ultra Vixens, all that. You could even put it in with a fashion story.
Well, you just stick to film for that.
I'm theming it. What do you want? You tell me to come up with some concepts. That's a concept for you. The Ultra Vixens issue.
Let's just talk about Saffron Burrows quickly.
I know she was in the Name of the
Daniel
Farm.
Day-Lewis's girlfriend in that. She was in Terrordrome,
Okay.
believe it or not.
Okay.
And I don't know what she's doing now.
He was doing the interview.
Claude. Well, it's supposed to be. If he just doesn't turn up at 1, what are you doing? You're busy, aren't you?
So he hasn't turned up then?
Yeah, basically. But you'll be able to pull it off beautifully.
It's not going to be an interview well...
No, it's the interview
Take
first.
first.
The interview's the most important part of it.
How long have we got?
You've got about an hour.
Without a biographer. Ace. Okay. Claude was supposed to do the interview. He's sorting things out with Jefferson.
Hey man, what's up? Yeah. No man.
You don't want to
What did you tell me to rush here then?
They've done it.
They have
No,
what
man.
happened is,
No, that
right?
it doesn't work like that, man.
Printer.
No, I'm not extra beck and call. That. You didn't sort it out. What do you mean you sorted it out with me? Like, I called her home to talk. I mean, she didn't even know who Dazed and Confused was. What are you talking about?
Today he slept in, and the interview was at 1 o'clock. He hadn't got back to Jefferson at 20 to 1. So obviously, you don't want the interviewee to escape.
But you shouldn't have told me to come because I'm really busy as well, you know?
I was there. I'm the film editor, so I'm going to do the interview.
I'm not hassling you. I mean,
Simple as that.
I consider myself a feminist, and fashion business is a very contradictory thing to be involved in. And it was like my first role. I was giving birth, having a breakdown. I'm a serious tentate woman. I mean, I admire Vanessa Redgrave a lot. I just think it's dangerous to kind of jump on bandwagons. I just think the media have a way of trivialising people, and obviously, you know, you object to it.
So what is the private you? What are your passions?
Private me is very private. My passions. I just like, you know, just the normal things like music, politics, film and theatre, and I just really enjoy life. Obviously I have friends in the fashion business, friends in the film business, and we see each other.
It's almost like you're offering people this chance to put their ideas in the magazine, and then you're turning around to them maybe halfway through their pitch or after their pitch and saying, well, that doesn't quite fit because we do have a commercial agenda to the magazine. Like, we do have to have a cover on it. We do have to feature specific things.
Well, we like, the thing about magazines and us is that they're very much our craft. You know, we're not just doing it for fun. We studied the art of it. We've studied it for years. We've read every magazine that ever comes out almost, and we read Japanese magazines and
we don't read.
You know, well, we don't read them, but we look at them.
Is that all right? All right. Nice one. Thanks. Ready? What's your name?
My name is Naomi. Well, I bought
Ayumi.
Yeah.
Oyama.
Yeah.
Cosmic Edge Organisation. Have I seen you before?
Yeah, a few months back.
You've done a lot since I saw you.
Yeah, I've been pretty busy.
So you're a stylist?
No, photographer.
Good. You're a photographer. A woman photographer. Is that Oasis?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's at Main Road.
Who do they think they are?
We're all fanatical Man City supporters, so we did that outside Main Road. It was the only way you could hold their attention.
These are great. I really like them. I really like them. So what are you doing with this styling with the illustration you like? What is it you can't illustrate very well, so you do that, or is it because you don't want to illustrate like classic illustration?
No, I don't want to. The whole point is that I'm illustrating like this because fashion illustration, it's such like it's a cliche thing, you know.
Portishead. Alison Limerick. Far side.
Go back to the Portishead one.
Far side.
Yeah.
We can't use the Portishead one.
Can't we?
No, we commissioned something. Can't go back on it.
Right.
Can't go back on a commission. It's really out of order. What? Have you got any ideas at all for the magazine?
An idea?
Yeah.
I've got a comedy idea.
What it means, all right. I've got lots of ideas. There's a satin story that I want to do with the same colour on the same colour, like the blues on the blues.
Right.
Or get some clothes or something and I could illustrate the clothes.
I don't want to tell you anymore.
Comedy... I really don't know.
Comedy, the serious side.
Yeah, comedy, the serious
Comedy,
side.
sad side. Comedy, how
Here's
sad.
the clown.
But that's the Sunday Times, you say?
Yeah, but I can get other shots from the session because they're only using that.
Can't you use it once it's out?
Yeah, once it's out, but you don't want to use the same shot, do you?
Angie, who now kind of works for us, says things like, but what's your market research? And and we're going, well, we haven't really got any. We just think about it on a gut level, whether we like it or not. Which is how Team Brown does it at Vanity Fair and the New Yorker, so I'm told.
Vanity Fair?
Vanity Fair.
Right.
Have you got any spare page pens?
No, can I sit there, please?
Why?
Because I just want to.
Oh.
Thanks. Yes, ma'am. Is that yours, son?
Angela, have you got any bookings for the next issue?
Yeah, well, we've got Absolute Vodka, drum.
What's Absolute Vodka?
Don't know what the copy is yet. It's a full page.
What's the
outside
position?
Well, I don't know. I've got a bit of a kind of conflict going on with the bookings. I think if we're going to get music advertising in, then we need to be like really reliable with the copy date.
I'm going to fax in the budget.
What's the deal with Kylie? What's the deal? When would it have to come out and blah blah blah?
Before around mid-September.
Well, then how does that set you up for the rest of the year, though? If you're coming out in the middle of August, you'll then be coming out the middle of October, and you'll then be coming out in the middle of December. Oh, but since when, you know, since when did we manage to get our act together enough to do that?
We're working quite fast ahead at the moment.
What?
Nothing.
We're actually
No,
working
what?
quite...
It's a dumb thing to say, really, isn't it?
No, it isn't a dumb thing to say. This issue's a month
No, there's different
late.
ways of phrasing it, though, isn't there? There's different ways of saying getting your act together, or like, are we going to come out on time?
We're working quite far ahead.
Getting an act together sounds like we haven't got a clue what's happening. What we're saying is we could easily get an issue out in the first week of September.
But we want
if we want to cover
on the back of it,
Edinburgh,
then we're going to have to put it
we're
back.
restricted to
it's
when
not
the
about
timing of the event.
Putting the magazine
do
back.
you want to do
it's
it?
putting the magazine back so you can get the Sony supplement on. Well, I'm quite keen to have the Sony supplement on there.
The Edinburgh one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Much
that would
more,
definitely
much
be...
keener than to have an Oasis ad.
This issue, for example, which was promised 3 or 4 weeks ago, we're still waiting for now, and that has a knock-on effect to all subsequent issues, so that, you know, we're already 3 or 4 weeks behind with this one, so the next one, unless they work very hard, will also be late, and we'll just have to see how it goes. But the news trade needs that discipline. They need to know when something is coming in, and if they're going to keep the support of the likes of W.H. Smith and John Menzies, then they have to get that discipline right, because there are lots of other magazines who could replace them. There are a lot of magazines knocking at W.H. Smith's door.
There's a saffron shots of Chosen as well. This is a shot I want to use of her.
Just that?
Just that shot?
Nothing of her face?
No.
At all?
I don't think you need to.
I think you do.
I don't think you need to.
I don't think enough people know who Saffron Burrows is.
I don't think it matters.
Nothing.
I think it's good. Her smile is all that matters.
Here you go. James Lavelle and his no wax labour at the cutting edge of a new generation of radical hip-hoppers.
Hip-hoppers? Yeah.
This is the brains behind one of Britain's most highly rated independents, Mo Wax, is 19-year-old DJ James Lavelle, one of the true pioneers of the jazz, not jazz scene. Lavelle knows he's unlikely to develop a new Jamiroquai, but he is promising something with plenty of hard beats.
And why are you featuring him?
Because he's at the cutting edge of the jazz, not jazz scene. That's what he says in there.
Basically, just like the music.
Yeah, that's why we feature anyone.
So no one else is doing it at the moment?
We'll do it differently.
Right, what are we doing with it then?
We'll do a feature on him for a start, and it won't be a tribe thing, which is what everybody else is doing. Because he's young, he's talented, and the music's sexy.
Influx was the record that I always wanted to release. I feel Mo Wax is very much a concept thing, you know. We're not the label that puts out the bigger hit record, but a lot of people are like, nah, that isn't what Mo Wax is about, and I'm like, this is what I want to do. Heavily into graffiti, and in a canvas form. And now everybody's like, yeah, trip-hop, progressive hip-hop, do you know what I mean? On a skate and street thing. I think people are just kind of fed up and want to get, you know, the whole drug thing's ended. I love concepts, I'm really into concept. And we're going into that kind of period like the 70s where everything's kind of been mishmashed again. Concepts are the key.
No one else seems to think they're funny. It's as funny as I do. I think they're incredibly exciting. Like the whole look. Really, really well taken photographs, really good lighting. Everything's right about them. They're quite funny, aren't they? You think they're funny?
You'd have to sort of explain the joke.
There's lots of girls wearing socks.
Yeah.
No one likes that one, though. They don't like it. Tits, innit? They say they're too much like udders.
Yeah, but that's only natural in that position, surely.
Well, that's my opinion, yeah. Make it look like Madonna's boat.
I'm sure we'll be able to do something really smashing with them.
I think it is an original magazine in many ways, but we now distribute 50 or 60 different magazines, and I look at Dazed and Confused, you know, but don't read it in the same detail as I used to. But I look at it sometimes and think, well, this doesn't actually there's something not quite right here, that everyone is going around saying that this is, you know, the cutting edge of publishing, and it's the new ideas and, you know, the new frontier or whatever. And it doesn't really strike me that it is that. That it's basically still, you know, fashion shoots and lots of black and white moody photos, the same was being used in some of the style magazines in the 80s.
One more come up. All right. Print name received by.
Cheers. It's come out looking even better than I thought it would. The paper's really nice. Feels great.
I think I'm relieved, actually.
Look, it's like picking up crap detail in the background. It's like all this detail was there. You don't need to print it like that. It just makes me look stupid.
I'm proud to be associated with this magazine.
And of course the advertising looks superb.
I really hated it when I saw the poster, but I really like it now. It's about it being all fashion being transparent. You know. I don't think it will sell as well as the last one.
What I want the magazine to say to people, buy it. Buy more copies.
Sell.
Buy advertising, buy the magazine, buy it into youth culture. Because it's fun.
You don't want it to say that at all.
Oh, what you mean editorially? The kind of where we're coming from and stuff like that. Oh, I've forgotten.
We don't. That's kind of. We don't have stock answers for that one.
No.
Don't know. We don't really know. We just got a gut feeling that's what we've gone with all the time.
It's very spontaneous.
We're still going with it. What's that, Jeff?
Kylie Minogue.
Is it all happening?
Yeah, it looks really, really healthy.
Say, if we